Okay guys, so clearly this is very subtle for me, obviously. So what happened was I was gonna dye my hair because I haven't dyed it in like 5 months, and I went to Salon Centric and they were closing because they were remodeling, which I went there today and it is gorgeous. Kudos to you guys, it looks amazing. So I was able to get my well, I was gonna get Pulp Riot, but then they didn't make the colors that I wanted, so I got Pravana. So I'm gonna work with some Pravana, and I'm gonna mix up a little bit of a formula so I can have like specialized color, so I can do something more me, because this is very subtle. This is like a iron gray. Because they were closed, I ended up settling to go to Cosmoprof, and when I was in there I ended up getting like Redken Shades EQ. I did the 6T with like a pinch of 3V with the processing solution, and obviously it's just I want something just more dramatic. So I'm going to work with that, and I'll show you guys my result and I'll show you how to do it. So we're gonna remove this and I'm gonna prep myself to remove it, and then we'll go from there. My back applied, so I did like the T part section, and then what I'm gonna do is just now go into here. Oh, put on my face, get that off. All right, I'm doing this through a camera, you guys, so bear with me. Just apply it here. Okay, get it all in there. You want to apply this this remover, and I'm using the blank canvas from Pulp Riot. Try to get the maximum lift, because I'm trying to do a drastic color change right now. So I need to be very, very light. So, and you guys, I already pre-bleached it because I obviously was expecting a lighter result out of it, but that's okay. That's the beauty of doing your hair, so now I know. You guys always want to take advantage of educating yourself. And you really can't get mad at yourself if you mess up. I mean, some people continue to get mad at themselves, but at that point there's nothing you can do, right? But try to fix it. And that's what we are doing here, folks. We are fixing my mistake. I don't think it looks bad. It's just, if I'm gonna dye my hair, guys, I'm gonna dye my hair. It's gonna be something a little bit more noticeable than this. So I'm going in, just putting this all around the head. Just like I already told you guys that I already coated the back of my hair. So that's processing. Using my wow comb. It's amazing, I love it. So I need to get all of this out of my hair. See how I'm pushing this through, you guys? And another thing that I did was I wet my hair completely. Wet it, right? So that way it's not so dry when you're applying it. Won't give like those harsh hot spots. And it'll make it a lot more easier to push the product around. Just like this. I want it really saturated. My hair is very dense, you guys. So it just hangs on to anything you put on it. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, leave that like that for a minute. Work over on my other side. And you guys can already see it lifting up. But we need to go up a lot higher in levels, meaning levels. Eek. Go to the side, start working over here. You can put it in your hand too. So, I'm trying to avoid my shirt. But I have plenty of black clothes, so that will not be an issue if I ruin it. I think that's like all I own is like black clothes. For whoever knows me, they know that's completely accurate. But I'm a stylist, right? So just everything looks better with black. Can't have these crazy looking hair colors with not matching clothes. Some piece of hair, you guys. You know, it's crazy how I forgot how itchy it can be when you're like putting a remover on you, and forget about that, especially when you haven't done it for quite a few months. All right, see in the back here, guys, pulling it all through. Now I did still put a little bit of protection in this because you guys know I always suggest putting at least some olive oil to coat it, balance your scalp a little bit so you're not completely like, I mean, you're doing some mighty damage, but that'll actually help lift it up a little bit more, be able to stay on a little bit longer, and it won't burn as much. So let's face it, you're working with a chemical. Chemicals can burn. I need to get lighter so that way my color can be brighter. You guys are gonna see my shirt turn pretty quickly. This is going to stain my clothes. But when I did it with the cape was totally getting in my way, so I don't care. I'll get dirty. It'll allow you guys to see it a lot better, in my opinion. So with the Pulp Riot blank canvas remover, what it says in the instructions is it is a 1:3 ratio, and for all my newbie stylists out there or new to the blank canvas, the reason why they're doing that is it's a lot easier to spread it, and It's not as harsh as keeping it 1-to-1 ratio. So that way it can work more efficiently and not faster. You'd rather work more efficiently than faster. Because if you work faster, you can cause damage. So I'm just going through right now, and I am just recoating, relathering, so I can get the most lift. So with my hair, always, 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 in the front here, so resistant. Like, I always have like this dark patch, and it's so hard to get rid of it. So I always make sure when I'm doing this, I'm always going back in that area with product, because you really want maximum lift, especially for that corally orangey pink that I'm trying to go for. So again, just really concentrated there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up this application process. I'm going to cap it, and then we are going to wash it out. I'll show you guys the result right before I wash it out, so you guys know what to look for when you're lifting up your hair. But you can already see that it's getting very light. Bye-bye gray. Hello coral. Alright, so this is my hair just shampooed, so obviously it's going to be like poofy, right? Because my cuticles are open. And so if you guys are wondering, I used, let me get the name, sorry guys, I already put it in there. This one's called Sunstone from Pervana, and it's the Pervana Vivids. So I used that one. And then I'm going to be using a little bit of the neon pink, you guys. And that's also from Pervana. So I'm going to use that. And then I'm going to also use a clear to dilute it a little bit. And my lighting right now is not the best. I am not as yellow as it looks on camera, but it's okay because I do definitely want my root to be a little bit deeper than my color down here. So it's okay that it's two different tones, but that's totally okay. So what I'm gonna do right now, you guys, is I'm going to put on a pre-guard so I don't stain the crap out of my face. And you know, as you go through your career, you will find out, yes, this will save your life. I had to learn that the hard way. The salon I worked at, the girls were like, Amanda, you gotta like make sure that you don't have staining on the face. And I was like, yeah, it'll fade, like whatever. But it is true, like, to prevent it, just take this extra step and just make sure you're not really getting it like into the hair, because you don't want really any kind of block. Because you got to think too, you guys, when you're working with vivid colors, what's going to happen. My ring light just went off. But so what you're going to find out with this color is it can stain. And why you don't want to put that block right actually on the hair strand is because there's no developer when you're using direct dyes. So if there's no developer during direct dyes, it's obviously not gonna push through a barrier as this. And this is it's called Service Pre-Guard from Wella. What do you guys think? I think it looks so good. I'm so loving it. How about you guys? Comment below, subscribe to my channel, just YouTube Amanda Cadieux.